Sequences. Well, let's do a quick example. The first step for a quadratic sequence is to work out the first difference. First difference is working out the difference of that, which is 14. Difference of this is 22. Difference of this is 30. Difference of this is 38. That's our first difference done. Now the second difference, calculate the second difference. Second difference is between these two, which is 8, and it's going up in 8, and another 8, so 38 take away 30 is 8. Second difference done. How many ends? Well, remember, we need to work out the second difference, and which is 8, and divide it by 2, which equals 4. So our equation, or how many ends there are, is 4n squared plus something something something. We don't know what that is. So our sequence has 4n squared in it. The actual sequence is 3, 17, 39, 69, and 107. Our sequence, well, when n equals 1, so when n equals 1, our sequence has something like 4 times 1 squared, look, n squared, which equals 4 times 1, which equals 4. The next one, when n is equal to 2, is 4 times 2 squared. Look, 4 times n squared, n equals 2, so 4 times 2 squared. And 2 squared is 4, so you have 4 times 4, which equals 16. So when n equals 2, we have 16. When n equals 3, it's 4 times 3 squared. 3 squared is 9, times that by 4 is 36. So when n equals 3, ours is 36. And when n equals to 4, we have 4 times 4 squared, which equals 4 times 16, which equals 4 times, well, 2 times 16 is 32, so 64. So 64. And when n equals to 5, so n equals 5 for our sequence is 4 times 5 squared, which equals, well, 5 squared is 25, times that by 4 is 100. So that is 100. Now the subtraction. So we've done how many ends there are, and we've done step 3 to work out our sequence. So done. The subtraction, we need to subtract the actual sequence and our sequence. So 3 take away 4 is minus 1. 7 take away 16 is also minus 1 somehow. 2 squared is 4, 4 times 4 is 16. 4. No, sorry, plus 1. That's why it's a bit weird having minus 1 and minus 1. So 70 take away 16 is plus 1. 39 take away 36 is 3. 69 take away 64 is 5. And 107 take away 100 is 7. Now, notice if we add this numbers, or these numbers, to our sequence, we get the actual sequence. I'll give you a moment to think about that again. If we add these numbers, so minus 1 plus 4 gives us 3. 1 plus 16 gives us 17. 3 plus 36 gives us 39. So if we had a sequence for this, so if we knew what this would be for every n, we can work out the actual sequence. All we have to do is add it to 4n squared. And this, so let's just tick off what we've done. We've done the subtraction. Calculate the nth term difference. This would be this step. Now the nth term difference I am going to be doing in brown. So that there. The nth term difference, that is 2. Again, 2. So this in itself is a sequence, 2 and 2. So it's a multiple of 2, so this sequence is 2n, and we need to work out what the previous sequence was, or the n equals 0, if you imagine n equals 0 there. And if you want to go backwards, we have to take away 2. So minus 1 take away 2 would give us minus 3, so it's 2n minus 3. So this sequence itself is 2n minus 3. And if we have this sequence and we add it to our sequence, we get the actual sequence. So the actual sequence, which I'm going to write in red, is going to be the 4n squared, which is these numbers, plus the 2n minus 3. So if we add these sequences up, we would get the actual sequence. So the actual sequence is 4n squared plus 2n minus 3. Have a go at this sequence and show that it is 3n squared plus 4n minus 2. And have a go at question 4 and show that question 4 has a sequence 2n squared minus 1, and question 4b has a sequence 4n squared plus 2. Good luck with the revision, do the homework, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.